So I'm just gonna let you guys take that in for a moment, and then I will explain one more time on my channel. One more time to clear the air so everybody knows. Okay, are you guys ready? My 16-year-old boy is my stepson. I did not give birth to him. I am not his biological mother. I do not claim to be his biological mother. However, I do not, no way whatsoever love him any less than what I do the one that I did give birth to. Not one bit less, and not one bit more at all. He is a big part of my life. He is he's everything to me. He is, God. Having kids it's amazing. It's the best thing you can do with your life is have children, and I know some people will disagree with that, and that's fine, but that's just my personal opinion. However, my stepson has taught me so much. He has, I get kind of emotional talking about him because he's a really good kid. He is a great kid, and although I'm the parent, and although I am the one that is supposed to protect him and take care of him and make sure he has everything he needs and make sure that he succeeds, he is really what makes me keep going and what makes me succeed and makes me feel protected, and he is. I'm grateful for my time that I did have working there. But it was really, really heartbreaking to me because we all loved each other so much, and we loved the business, and we worked so hard for that business, and we were doing great, and we were proving everybody wrong that doubted the company to begin with, and it was amazing, and it was beautiful to watch it, and I planned on staying there until I finished college, which would have been another 2 to 3 years. So, I mean, I had no plans of leaving anytime soon, and it's just really sad. And after that, I decided to stay home with my little nugget, and I have not made the decision if I'm quite ready to go back yet. My husband does enough to take care of us, and he, that on the financial part, we're okay. I like to work to kind of give me something to do, and I know it sounds so crazy because it's been almost a year, and there's a lot of people who can't, they can't wait, they don't have that choice, they have to go and find another job, and I hate that. I wish I could make life easier for everybody. I really truly do. I wish I could. But at the end of the day, I personally am just not ready. That was actually like almost as bad as a heartbreak, guys. Like it was really hard. So I've been staying home with my munchkin, and if I am not doing videos, if I am not recording, I am constantly on the go with these kids. It's always something. My 4-year-old is not in sports yet. However, my 16-year-old, he's in football, and football it's not football season yet, so they haven't started practice or anything yet, and basically his routine is, because of COVID, he only goes to school on Monday and Wednesdays, and Monday through Friday he goes to weights at the high school from 3 to 5, and then from 5 to 7 he is at Planet Fitness with his friends, and then he comes home, and basically my toddler, he stays inside for the most part. He rarely, every now and then he'll go outside and play. The weather's been so crazy lately that I've been keeping him cooped up in the house, which probably isn't the best, but in 1 week we were able to make a snowman and go fishing in our front yard and sit out and get a tan, Not literally, but I'm saying we could have in 1 week. That's how the weather's been here. We had like thick ice and like a foot of snow, and then it kept snowing, and then we got another snowstorm on top of that one, and then the sun came out and it was like 70 degrees, and then 2 days later we have floods everywhere. So it's been crazy over here. One thing that I like to do to keep myself busy, I like to get on and find different like snack recipes, like desserts, and my husband has a sweet tooth, really, really bad. However, my teenager, he's more on the healthy side, so it always gives me a different variety of things to mix up and work with, and I've been trying to make those a couple times a week so my teenager can take to his friends, and like last week I made went out and bought like these little Betty Crocker cups. I think there's like recipe for like a healthy, like a healthy mini cheesecake recipe, and they're like in little muffin cups, and it's super cute. So I'm super excited to try them, and of course the teenage boys are too. So also, let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I can tell you guys. I don't know, like if I ever get close up, like I don't know. Listen. For people that get their hair done, or even just like, I don't even know, just somebody that plays with your hair. Like, you know, I feel like it makes the same exact sound as it does when somebody's like rubbing your scalp. I don't know. I just think it's so cool. Anyways. Okay, so I know a lot of people have like certain schedules and posting times, and I'm just going to flat out tell you I am not like that. I wish I was. I wish I would be punctual, and I wish I would be able to tell you guys that something would be up and when it would be, but I cannot guarantee that because my life is so hectic. However, I can tell you that I do take this very seriously. This is not something that, you know, I just do and throw up and say screw it. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care if it sounds bad. I don't care if anybody likes it or not. That's not the case. I want you guys to enjoy it. I want you guys to like it. I want to relate to you guys. I want to have a relationship and connect with you. I want to give you guys good quality ASMR content that you enjoy. So I do take my time with it. It's not something that I rush. Although my videos usually range from like 10 to 18 minutes. Usually it will take me about 45 minutes to an hour and 15 to record each one. To set up, it don't take very long actually. Like the setting up of the equipment's like 20 minutes, so that's nothing crazy. And then like when we edit, everybody edits differently. I think I take my time a little too much because I will spend about 3 hours editing each video, give or take depending on the length of the video itself. So I try, like, instead of giving myself a schedule of when to record and when to post, because I just can't depend on that with my life right now, I actually write down how many hours a week that I'll say, okay, here's what I got on the agenda to do this week. This is how many free hours that I've got. How many hours can I work this week on my channel? And my hours this week is 22. So, granted, there's been a couple times I have hit that. I try to, even if that means making an extra video if I've got a couple hours to spare. But I try to do 3 to 4 videos a week. Usually there's a bad seed in there, and I usually only end up posting 2 or 3 of them. But, you know, I just want you guys to understand that I am very serious about doing this with you guys, and it's not just something that I can throw together. I really want you to enjoy it, and I really hope that the content that I give you guys is enjoyable. And if not, please let us know, because I am more than happy to was funny. It was funny. Anyways, back to my bed. I've always wanted a really high bed, and I was always so jealous of my cousin because she lived about 2.5 hours away from me when I was a kid, and when we would go down there, their house was huge, and I was always so jealous, and her room was amazing, had everything in it that I always wanted, and she was older than me. I think she's older than me by 5 years. I think 5 or 6. However, one thing that she had on her bed was my uncle had built it, so it was made out of wood, but she wanted to have a high bed, so they made the bed. I think it was 5 foot or 5.5 foot tall, and the platform, like underneath, he ended up putting drawers in, and I want to say that, I'm not really sure, I want to say there was quite a bit of drawers on each side, because it was so high up, and I always told my mom, that's what I want a bed that is that high, and so my husband, he knew I always wanted a high bed, but it wasn't anything that he really cared about, and when we got the bed, I was like, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna buy me some bed raisers because I want my bed higher. I don't care if it's just a couple inches. I'm sick of the same size bed that goes to my waist. Like, I just want something higher. It don't have to be crazy, just something. So I go and get them, and he tells me that there is, I was one short because there is a bar in the middle that also would need a leg mount on it, and he's like, I'll just order it, whatever. So he did. Well, when it came in, it was not my bed raisers. He actually got a box spring, and it was one of, like, the fabric ones that you build together yourself. They were actually kind of neat, and it's beautiful, but he put that on there, and when I walked in my room, I'm pretty sure my bed goes to, like, so it's pretty tall. Like, like, I'm satisfied, basically. That's what I'm saying. I'm satisfied, and I love it. Also, I have had a couple people ask about the puppy. The puppy is doing great. She will be, actually, she was 8 weeks yesterday. Wow, I didn't even notice that. I can't believe it's already March, but yeah, she's 8 weeks. She's 8 weeks yesterday, and she's doing squeeze the inside of them out. Only if they're microwaved. If they're microwaved, I will squeeze the insides of them out and I'll just eat the outside of it. Now, if they're in the oven, I'll just eat the whole thing. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's a texture thing. I'm not sure. Let's see what else. I do it to Hot Pockets. I take everything out of the inside. Like, I don't know. Breadsticks. Breadsticks, I will take the cheese off of them. Sometimes I'll eat the cheese. I know it's like a waste. It's like a big waste, but you guys gotta hear me out though. Because when it comes to like pizza and things like that, obviously my hands are clean and I use a fork. My husband is more than happy to eat what I don't eat. I mean, he can put down some food. So, I mean, it's not like it goes to waste. And I'm very petite. I don't have an eating disorder or anything like that. I eat a lot. Everything else about me is normal. Like, other than the fact that certain foods, like Hot Pockets and things of that sort, I will. Oh, like quesadillas. Like the ones at Taco Bell, I won't because they're so small that I could just eat them. But like if I could, Applebee's, I'll take them out. I don't know. It's my thing, but I could put down some food, y'all. So how I still managed to be this skinny, I don't know. So don't let that one weird thing about me make you think that I don't eat, because I do eat a lot. But that's just one random odd fact about me I figured I would share. Let's see. What else? Is there anything interesting? Is there anything that you guys want to know? I mean, really, I can't think of anything that's coming to my lovely brain to function right now. Let's see, what did I do this morning? I did my research for 2 states, so I think that took me about 3 hours for both of them, about an hour and a half a piece. It's not too bad. And then I filmed, which is why I'm still in the same shirt that I was in the video from yesterday. Same day. So I just filmed that, and I've been in between videos going back and forth, checking on my husband and my toddler. And speaking of children, what time is it? Oh, it's okay. It's almost 3:30. I have to pick my son up from school at 4 today. I guess the football is starting track tonight, and they have practice tonight. His best friend plays track, but he's not. So he texted me that he's going to need picked up from weights at 4 today. So I've got to wrap this up beforehand, and so I can get home and edit and get the other one up for you guys tonight. Let's see. One thing about me is I have a very big shopping problem. Like, there is FedEx, UPS, and our regular mail carriers, and I promise you, if they are not here, if all 3 are not here every day, they're at least here every other day. And it's a really bad problem. It's like, I think that's the biggest problem that I have, is trying to stop buying stuff. Like, I'm always on Amazon, I'm always on Kohl's, I'm always on Macy's, I'm always on Dick's and Under Armour and Ulta, and like, when I get bored and when I need something to do, I'll sit there and shop, and but I'm weird. Like, I will eat Chinese and I will get so full from Chinese that I won't want it for a few months. So I'll eat it once in a blue moon, but Mexican, I can literally eat that every single day. No problem whatsoever. Also, before I end this, I do want to point out one more thing. Somebody had actually said something. They DM'd me on Instagram, and I appreciated that. I thought that was super sweet because they didn't want to post it on my comments on my video for everybody to see. They didn't want to embarrass me, and I thought that was really, really sweet. But it made me wonder if anybody else was curious, and I have no problem telling you guys whatsoever. Some people were asking, like, in my close-ups, you can kind of tell on my neck there is like some scars, and they were just curious. Actually, she said I have chicken pox scars, and they kind of resemble that, but they're on my cheek. And she said I was just wondering if that's what that was. And actually, I do. I have chicken pox scars on my forehead. I've got, I think, 2, maybe 3 of them. But then, at one point when I was 5, my head was bashed into a glass coffee table, and I have a scar from that. And then I also have a scar from when I was on the monkey bars at the school, and I was showing my butt in 3rd grade, and I'm like, hey guys, watch this, and I went to do a backflip, and I fell and busted my forehead. So, to answer the question, like I already answered it to her, but I would figure if she noticed, so did others. They are chicken pox scars. They are battle wounds. And that's about that. I used to be super self-conscious about it, and I used to hate it. And eventually I keep saying, before I hit 30, I'm going to go get that taken care of, because it was such a big insecurity of mine. And now that I've got kids, I'm just like, I don't care. It is what it is. Like, if you don't like it and you think that it's gross and you think I'm ugly, then go on your merry way. I don't really care. No hurt feelings are here, so it is what it is. So I will have to end this. I just wanted to kind of ramble with you guys a little bit, and thank you all so very much for the 1,000 subscribers. You guys are so sweet. And like I said before, when I started this video, when I started this channel, I never did it for the subscribers. I did it to give me something to do at first. I did it as a hobby for me, and then I started noticing that people were actually watching, and I'm like, you know what, even if 1 or 2 or 3 people can, enjoy my videos, whether it's just to connect with somebody or to sleep, regardless, that's what I'm here for. So, it's not a lot, but it's a lot to me, and I love you guys, and I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day.